machine, I'm pretty sure. Usually everybody goes to world 1. But PvP zones are instants and they collapse all the worlds. I'm sorry, Tiger, that was gross. Oh, I'm sorry. Alright, this video is gonna cover the Bingo V3, if you will, but it's more or less the Doombringer V1, if anything, but it uses the sniper as the other weapon anyway, so this is kind of a continuation on from the Bingo V2. The only thing that, of course, has changed is we've swapped the Desert Eagle for the Doombringer shotgun. Both builds are still very good, and I still very much like the Deagle, but this is another option if you want to play this build. So if you want to play with the shotgun, you can. You can even, if you want to, you could play the Wildfire shotgun and drop the sniper. So there's a bunch of different ways you could take this. So you could play Shoddy Deagle, you can play Sniper Deagle, or you can play Shoddy Sniper. So again, not much has changed since the last video other than the shotgun and 2 mods. The first thing I guess we'll get onto is the weapons. So first off, we've obviously got the Doombringer. For the calibration blueprint on the Doombringer, we're running lightweight style. This increases our reload speed, but reduces our mag capacity. This mag capacity decrease actually knocks us down to 1 bullet in our magazine, which is kind of annoying, but we get our 2 bullets back in our magazine with a substat mag capacity. I can't remember which mod I have it on. So you need at minimum a plus 7% mag capacity substat to get the extra bullet back that you lost with using the calibration lightweight style. Lightweight style, again, is very good. It is going to give you a insanely fast reload speed, which is kind of crucial to this whole shotgun build as a whole, as you can see. There's another thing to mention is this build is centered around both crit and weak spot. It uses a bit of both. There is one change to this build from Bingo V2. That is the mask mod. We have switched from Most Wanted. We are now switching to the Targeted Strike, which gives us crit rate and crit damage after hitting marked enemies. Now this is specifically related to the shotgun. If you're running Shoddy Sniper, or Deagle Sniper, you want to stick to Most Wanted. But if you are playing with the Shoddy, I would recommend Targeted Strike. The reason for Targeted Strike is because, again, Doombringer itself has a lot of crit built into it. Base crit damage is 30% and crit rate 10%, and not only that, you get an extra 30% crit rate when hitting marked enemies. So it is a crit weapon and a weak spot weapon at the same time. Now, we're still basically built into the weak spot overall. I don't know if I get my weapon out here. We're still kind of built into weak spot for the most part, but we do have that little bit of crit damage and crit rate there. And again, that new mask mod is basically going to allow us to consistently crit alongside the sub stat on our shotgun itself, leading to a very high DPS. And again, it's a mix of weak spot and crits. So again, on the shotgun itself, we're running Vulnerability Amplifier, which comes from Arachnium, or however you say the spider boss's name. We've got a legendary crit damage substat on that. Could go for legendary weak spot as well, either or, whichever you get first, because I know for including myself, this is a hella hard mod to get. I've probably used 30 controllers today trying to get this mod. Only got crit damage and pretty shit substats, but this is all I've gotten out of 30 fucking controllers. It's a bit of a joke. That said, on the accessories for the shotgun, simply running Tactical Laser and Tungsten. Obviously, you're going to use AP if you're playing Wars or something like that. Obviously, for the Bingo, you probably will have seen this before. Still running blue on this. I would actually probably swap it out to Vulnerability Amplifier, but I've only got one of them. So yeah, the controller system sucks, by the way. It's actually fucking terrible. Integrated Suppressor, Light Optic, Tactical SR, Tungsten SR ammo. Same as the previous video. Nothing has changed here. Now, for the armor, I'm running 3-piece Bastille and obviously the old Huntsman boots key armor. These are called the Seasoned Hunter boots in the Wish Machine, if you didn't know. There's a translation error where they're sometimes called different names and different things. So like, for example, the Bingo is actually called the Bullseye in the Wish Machine, and vice versa. It's some weird translation shit going on there. So if you're in the Wish Machine, they will be called Seasoned Hunter boots or something like that, I think. Yeah, they're called Seasoned Leather Hunter boots here, but over here they're called Old Huntsman boots. So just keep an eye out. They're the same thing, same perk. Just make sure you read that key effect down the bottom there, and yeah, that's how you'll know it's the correct piece, so you don't mess up and buy the wrong thing. And again, coming back to the armor here, I'm running 3-piece Bastille, 2 agents. These 2 agent pieces will be getting swapped out for 2-piece Renegade when I get the Starcrum. I'm currently just a little bit poor on that end right now, but when I do get the Starcrum, I'll be swapping these out for the 2-piece Renegade. Now, why I'm running 3-piece Bastille and 2-piece Renegade is both the Renegade and the Bastille give us a reload speed bonus and a weak spot damage bonus. So Renegade, weak spot, and reload speed, and then the Bastille, which is, yeah, reload speed and weapon damage above 70% HP. And the third piece, or three-piece set bonus of Bastille, which is why I love this set, is stay immobile and crouch for 0.5 seconds. You enter Bastille state. This grants a 40% weapon damage bonus. This does mean you can't sprint for 3 seconds after exiting this Bastille state. But in PvE and sniping, especially in PvP, this is very strong, and you get, again, 40% extra damage, and is why I prefer it over 3-piece Renegade. You can, of course, if you want, go 3-piece Renegade, 2-piece Bastille if you want, but personally, I'm a big fan of the Bastille set and how much DPS I get from it. Uninflated numbers, I'm almost getting 60k DPS, which is fucking insane. So yeah, that's that. I absolutely love this shotgun, by the way. So again, we're running a mix of the crit and weak spot. Now for the actual mods on our armor, running precise strike on the helmets, it's a weak spot substat. You want to try and aim for that legendary substats. And then on the mask, again, obviously targeted strike, weak spot substats. On the gloves, weak spot damage boost with weak spot substat. On the boots, we're running slow and steady. You could also run other one, I forgot the name of it already. The one that gives you increased, I think, 20% damage if you're out of combat for more than 4 seconds for 30 seconds. Either or, they're both basically 20% damage increases without taking damage, so pick your poison. And then the top, we're just running blue weak spot substat with a damage bonus as well. This is kind of a hard roll to get, and I always get asked, where do you get the blue mods? Blue mods you get from Iron River chest runs. So gear and weapon crates reset every 4 hours from server time. So my server is SGT, so I simply grab that conversion, and then every 4 hours from that time zone, these crates will reset in Iron River for me to go back and loot and get a chance at a nice blue roll. There's another way to go about this, and that is spamming Silo Sigma, but you will have to use controllers for that. And again, I really don't recommend that. Using controllers is just, on a low tier dungeon, is just not worth it. Just do your chest runs. It is a pain, it is a hell of an RNG fest, and it's actually rarer than getting legendary mods for certain legendary mods, which is kind of insane to think about. But yeah, blue substat and chest as always. Pants, there's really no good mod for this shotgun. I learned this off watching Doomris's version of the Doombringer. This is my version. Again, it's a little bit different. We're running Bastille, and we're more leaning towards the weak spot than the crits. But again, there's really no good pant mod, and again, we're going for that weak spot substat. You want to keep in mind you need at least 1 mag capacity 7% on one of your mods. Now you could split this up. You could do a 4% mag capacity on 2 separate pieces to equal 8%, but overall you just look out for one piece that has a 7% mag capacity, so you get your second bullet back, which we lost when we used our calibration lightweight style. So that is kind of the basis of this build. Melee weapon can be whatever, by the way. I just run katana because it looks cool, and it's got lightweight style on it by default, so I can move faster. For the cradle, I'm running, of course, tactical combo, bounty hunter, the long range enhancement, handgun enhancement, and the one that people seem to always read wrong is steady hands. While in Fortress Warfare or Fast Gunner, plus 40%, but in the last combo of that sentence, weak spot damage to the Bullseye, plus 20%. So this is relative to 3 different effects here. If you're in Fast Gunner or Fortress Warfare, it's 40%. If it's a weak spot on a Bullseye, it's only 20%. So sure, you're not getting 40%, but you are getting 20% on a weak spot with a Bullseye build. And then on the one next to that, sprints. So sprint movement speed, obviously just a little bit of movement speed here. Rapid aids, and then deviation master. We can inflate our numbers with this, as Doombringer says, and it is true, you do inflate your numbers with this. But generally in PvP, I'm going to put Brawl Boost here, and I'm going to put Agility here. That's my PvP setup. So Brawl Boost and Agility would get swapped out for Rapid Aid and Deviation Master. But again, if I'm doing PvE, I'm going to put Deviation Master in, and I'm going to put Rapid Aid in, especially when doing the Spider Boss, especially so, because as we know, that poison phase is a bit of a joke. So that's the cradle. That's the gear. I hope that covered everything. Just do a quick DPS check. Roll, get our damage boost. Crouch, we're in Bastille state. And again, we can even shoot the chest. And of course, the boots coming into clutch here. We're getting straight up, you know, weak spot chest pellets, which is kind of insane. So, yeah. Bit of a mix of crit and weak spot. Not too much has changed in terms of armor from Bingo V2. But yeah, I absolutely love this shotgun. Obviously, it reloads very fast as well. I actually almost missed the calibration blueprint on the sniper. Rapid shot style double weak spot. And if you're wondering how to do the animation bolt cancel, it's simply, you can move forward and sprint a little bit, but the primary way to do it is, again, just leaving your scope after each shot. I simply sprint after I do it because I feel like it keeps me in target a little bit better. That's sort of just a muscle memory thing with me, but you can do it while standing still as well, just by leaving scope. And if you're ADS, you can move forward and do the same thing. So effectively that is the entire, I guess, Bingo V3, if you will. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Quick mention, because I know I forgot to record it and add it in, is if you're curious on where to get accessories or any deviations or anything like that, the map genie will be in the description below, and you can simply hide all, filter it to what you want, accessories, tactical laser, like so, and then it'll show you the accessory locations. If you want the mod locations, Doombringer doc will be in the description below. Go mod list, and let's say we're looking for precise strike. We simply type precise strike. I'm going to spell it right this time. If you know, you know. And then you simply see where it's from. So red is hard mode, and I think blue is pro mode. So blue pro, red hard, and then precise strike. So we go to Forsaken Giant or Leo Lab. And that's that.